Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 6 of What If Naruto Had the 6-Eye Sharingan. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, I posted What If Naruto found Tobirama secret base over on Anime King 2, so go ahead, check out that and enjoy. And if you're new, yes, I indeed have 4 channels: Anime King 2, Anime King 3, Anime Prince, Anime King, which I post What If on every single day. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead, check it out and enjoy guys. And don't forget to comment down below if you're new, so I can personally welcome you to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the bell notification because I do post a lot, so yeah, stay tuned to see a lot guys. So without further ado or wasting any time, what do you say we jump right into this brand new episode? Begin now guys. So the last spot we left off, Naruto and Sasuke was watching Mito rather carefully because she was gonna go insane anytime now. The moment Kakashi opened the door, she threw a chair at him as she went out to attack him. He came back in a moment later and told them to meet him on the roof. Arriving up there, Naruto and Sasuke saw Mito tied up as she struggled against her bonds, as she was able to reach for the kunai and cut them before she turned her sights towards Kakashi. She threw the kunai but he catch it with almost little to no effort. That made her relax, at least he wasn't as worthless as she thought. He glanced towards the other two, at least they were more calm when he saw Sasuke's Sharingan on him, as he told him to introduce himself. Mito went first as she introduced herself, after followed Sasuke and then Naruto, as they told them about their respective dreams and goals. The two boys had something in common: they want to bring back their clan to its former glory and even beyond, and they want to kill a certain person as well. As Kakashi already know who that was about. Mito on the other hand, she wanted to be the greatest Hokage to ever exist, the greatest female Hokage, and she would make her dream a reality, and nothing in this world can stop her, she said. So with that, Kakashi told them they had another test. Mito lost it as he already had a test, as Naruto was able to calm her down though, as they were told to meet him tomorrow at 7, and not to eat. However, there were several things that Kakashi said that had Naruto on edge, the way he phrases words, the way he speaks. It seems like the man was constantly covering up the truth, and a ninja must always see underneath the underneath. As they made their way, Naruto was glad that Mito had made up with the others, as she was now talking to Uncle once again. The relationship was trying to build back with her and Hiruzen because it was strained right now, as Hiruzen had lied to her, and it was kind of hard to rebuild the trust back that easily. But still, they were no longer avoiding each other. Well, Mito was no longer avoiding him, so that was a good thing, as Naruto knew that she was close to them, but he didn't want her to only have them alone. She needed more people in her life as well. So with that, they got themselves ready. The next morning when they arrived to Mito's apartment, she was still sleeping, as she was not used to waking up this early. However, Naruto told her to relax, seeing that Kakashi was gonna be late, as Mito spent a few minutes upstairs as she went to the bathroom and got ready. As Naruto and Sasuke went to get some dango, Mito came down as she started to threaten Sasuke as there was a civilian that passed by. However, Sasuke told him to mind his business when he saw that, thinking that Mito was about to attack him. As Mito thanked Sasuke for that, he knew about the reason why people hated her, and well, they can go and screw themselves. So with that, they arrived toward the testing area. It wasn't long before Kakashi arrived as he noticed that all of them seemed quite up and beat. They weren't hungry. As the test then started, Kakashi watched as the three of them moved off. Something was wrong because he could not sense them. That is when he was attacked, as a battle then commenced between him and Naruto. He had to say the kid was quite good as Naruto did not remove his glasses. They clashed against one another as Naruto was able to use chakra threads. Naruto then warned him that Mito was about to attack him, Confusing the copy ninja, why would he warn him? As Kakashi saw the chains, the three of them then start to move in. Kakashi was actually surprised by how well their teamwork was going, as he had no doubt in his mind that he would pass them whether they get the bells or not. However, they still got the bells as Naruto was able to use the chakra threads and remove them from his pouch. So with that, they were officially Team 7. Kakashi went back to the Hokage as he reported in everything that he saw, as Hiruzen did not know about Mito chakra chains. As he told Kakashi she did not really trust him as she once did and tell him everything that happened. However, they will have to rebuild that trust so that he could learn and understand what was going on with her right now. But he believed that she was in safe hands with Kakashi, and Naruto and Sasuke as well. As for the boys, they had certain elemental training that they got from the scrolls at the Uchiha compound. Hiruzen did not find any scrolls, so whatever they got, it must be in some department that only they can have access to. Them being the rightful owner of the Uchiha clan and the last members here, it was their clan secret, so that was something that he could not get involved in. Not even the Hokage could get involved in clan secrets unless it was a threat to the village. Later that night though, as Naruto was awoken to a tap on his window, as he saw that it was the Anvu, he was blindfolded and taken towards a location. The Anvu was unaware that Naruto's mind was mapping out every single step of the way until the sunshine messed with his equilibrium. Arriving there, Naruto met the man. The man was Danzo Shimura, as Naruto knew of him. He was under the second Hokage League in the war. Danzo was surprised that Naruto knew about him, as Naruto quickly surmised why he was helping him. As Danzo was even more intrigued, but he was gonna help Naruto for the same future, because he already had a plan. However, for that plan to work, Itachi and Hiruzen would have to die. They were the only two that had a major problem in this little growth of his, as they knew the secrets about what caused the Uchiha massacre, and he could not allow either Naruto or Sasuke to find out about that. That is why those two had to die. He already had a plan for Hiruzen's death, but Itachi's was a bit out of it. While he was thinking to himself, though, Naruto felt something odd about the man's right arm and also his eye as well. Something was triggering at Naruto's senses as Danzo asked his eyes. Danzo was able to witness a blue Sharingan, something that has never been seen before. As Naruto felt it more endearing now, there was seals. Powerful seals that was on the bandage under his eye. And there was seals on his arms as well. The man was hiding something big. As Naruto went home that night, several possibilities in his mind. However, from what he could see, all of his abilities was something useful and, well, good for him. As he had no idea why Ichigo didn't want him to use his abilities. Refrain from using them, Naruto had no idea why. There must be something else that he wasn't aware of just yet. Maybe it was a mixture of his chakra with a tail beast. That must be the case, he wondered to himself. So yeah guys, basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch across the play, check it with yourself. And also, don't forget to go ahead and check out What If Naruto Found Tobirama's secret base and enjoy that guys. And also, I need 4 channels. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead, check them out and enjoy. So without further ado, wasting more time, what do you say we jump right into this brand new episode? Begin now guys. Chakra. Chakra was said to be the life essence of everything around them, flowing through the human body, animals, and almost everything around them. However, there were those that could see chakra in a different light. Those that could feel and understand chakra different from anyone normal. At the moment, Naruto could not understand what was going on. Wherever he was, it was not normal. However, wherever he was, he could feel it all. It was like the entire universe itself was in the center of his palm. He felt like he no longer had a normal human body. He felt like he was a being that resides in the atmosphere, in life, in essence itself. He couldn't describe the feeling that he was now feeling at the moment. It made no sense. His whole being, his whole body felt light, empty, clear. There was nothing holding him back to reality. As his body was slowly breaking apart, Naruto snapped open his eyes only to fall. As Naruto landed on his bed, his body shot up rather quickly as Naruto blinked and looked around nervously. What the hell was that? Naruto thought, cold sweat running down his forehead. as Naruto could swear that he was not on the bed a moment ago. And he fell right on the bed. Naruto sat up as he swung his legs over the edge. Looking towards the clock, it was still night time, just an hour or so until sunrise. As Naruto made his way to the bathroom, as he splashed water over his face, he could not describe in normal words what he just felt. The sensation, the uplifting feeling, it made no sense. As Naruto had no idea what the hell was that. And why wasn't he directly on his bed? Something strange was going on. It has been over a month since him, Mito, and Sasuke had been placed on Team 7. Throughout that month, a lot has happened. For one, Kakashi was testing them a lot on teamwork. As after a week or so, Kakashi realized how wonderful their teamwork was. But that still did not mean that they should not keep on practicing to make sure that practice made perfect. However, Kakashi saw the promise in them. And maybe Mito was a big part of it as well, as she threatened to attack him each and every day until he trained them properly. Kakashi was shocked to learn that they already know the tree walking exercise, but Kakashi was stunned to learn that they also knew the water walking. This was something that he did not expect. As he asked them how did they came across this information, as Naruto had responded in a sarcastic tone, telling the man that the Uchiha clan was hailed as the strongest clan in its time. Does he really think that they would not have information about chakra control exercises such as tree walking and water walking? Kakashi seemed to thought about that, but Naruto wasn't sure if the man 100% believed him, but there was no other way after all. He told the Hokage the same thing as well. Kakashi never expected them to be so advanced. However, this was a good thing. It means that he could help them in different areas as well. Danzo was also a big help in tricking the Hokage and Kakashi, as he gave Naruto a book regarding elemental jutsus and how to find out one element. As Naruto also had a good alibi to how he got the elemental paper. Everything was perfect and set up too perfectly. Hiruzen had his suspicions, however, the two boys have not shown any fault or any acting against a hidden leaf. However, just the way how advanced they were, it caused him to wonder. They did not show any of this in the academy, and he doubted that they did not know this for some time now. As for Mito, her growth had inspired after meeting Naruto. Mito had a wind element as she was already starting on several wind element jutsus. Nothing too advanced, but it was uncommon for a simple genin to reach as far in their studies by themselves. Granted, it was not uncommon for someone to be a prodigy or advancing far in their studies, but they were alone. Neither of them had any family. While Mito had uncle was also questioned by the Hokage, as Hiruzen believed that someone else was a source of their grief improvement. And the two boys were being tight-lipped about it, Mito included. All they were giving off was that they had gotten this information from the remnants of their clan that was only able to be viewed by them. In such matters, the Hokage could not get involved unless it was a threat to the village itself, and the boys had proven to be no threat to the village. Not to mention, Homura, Koharu, and even Danzo was on the boys' side, as Homura and Koharu saw them as the next generation to make sure the Uchiha clan once again lived within the village. They gave them special perks that others did not have, and they were quick to jump to their defense. So Naruto and Sasuke was able to get away without any repercussion on them, as the Hokage was still curious about this sudden big growth. He was curious from the time when Naruto and Sasuke had faced Mizuki, and Haruka had retold the battle about this, even Mito as well, as they were growing at an astonishing rate. That is why Kakashi had no choice but to improve their training. Sasuke already showed aptitude for both lightning and also fire affinity. Naruto had fire and also wind, with also a water affinity. It was rare to see a genin with so much affinities at a young age. However, there was no doubt about it. These three kids were something immensely special. So they had been training and practicing ever since. However, the one thing that caused them to be at a dividing was the D-rank missions. The kids were not happy with this in the slightest. The worst one yet was Mito, as she was going ballistic several times on the client, on her sensei, and even the Hokage as well. She did not train so hard to get where she was, to just do chores. However, Aruka had to tell her that everyone must do these missions. It built character, experience. So Mito told him to go and do it himself then, which caused him to scold her, which caused her to fold her arms and gave him a nasty look, as it was not going so well with the D-rank missions. However, Team 7 had been performing so well, Kakashi believed that he wanted to have them experience the outside world and missions that would change their perspective. However, at the moment, Naruto simply looked into the mirror. His glasses were off, as Naruto felt like he was seen through another set of eyes as he looked at himself. As he moved his eyes left and right, looking towards his hand, Naruto walked over towards the wall. As he slipped down on the wall, he folded his legs in the bathroom as he closed his eyes. As he started to reach deep inside of him, he felt the source of chakra. He then felt the other one, the chakra that he had stolen from the fox. Somehow it was growing. As Naruto could feel it, his own chakra was feeding the fox chakra. However, it was no longer red, it was coming out purple. The thing was, Naruto wasn't quite sure how to use this. It was more dangerous and destructive. That is why he had not tried to commence to use it within his system, believing that it would damage his coils. However, he needed to learn how to control this power. While it was growing at an extremely slow rate. But he believed once he used it up, it would somehow replenish itself, or maybe not. He wasn't quite sure. However, none of this led him to believe that he would be a threat, or that there would be any problem for the future. Then why was Ichigo demanding that he did not use his eyes? Why did he convince the other two? What is Naruto missing here? He just did not see it. He sighed as he returned back to bed, as he went to sleep blissfully. Time skip. Team 7 stepped into the mission room. Mito had scratches on her face, as you could tell that she was angry. Judging from the narrowing of her eyes, her fists clenching, she was out for blood. The source of her hatred was the thing now resting on Naruto's shoulder, licking his face. The small cat, Tora, was the cat of the daimyo, wife. The cat was always running away within Konoha. Kakashi was surprised that Naruto was able to let the cat trust him, as the cat was now resting on Naruto's shoulder. Mito had tried to grab it and they had went into a scuffle, and the cat had scratched her really badly. Kakashi had to restrain Mito, because she pulled out a kunai to actually kill the cat. He was definitely going to leave that off the reports. However, the cat had went straight up to Naruto, after he had simply kneeled down towards it, and jumped up onto his shoulder, and now it seemed in love with Naruto. As Mito was reaching into her pouch, Sasuke stood behind her as he slowly pushed her hand back down as he removed the kunai and placed it in her pouch, before he took her hand out and zipped it up. As Mito turned towards him with a glare. "You know you can't do that," Sasuke said. As she then heard someone shouting, "Tora, baby!" The woman stepped forward as she took the cat. Well, she tried to. Tora moved away and hid behind Naruto, using its claws to attach itself to Naruto's shirt. The woman stepped behind Naruto as the cat went around. As Naruto felt it moving around him, he wanted to laugh, but he kept his face stern. The cat was trying its best to get away from the woman. The woman came to a stop, upset, as she seemed to be on the verge of crying. Hiruzen's sweat dropped, not expecting this, as Naruto took the cat off his shoulder before he pet the cat's head. "It's okay now," he said. "You have to go with your mommy. I promise everything's gonna be fine." As Mito said something, but Kakashi gave her a look to be quiet. It wouldn't be good for the wife to hear what she was saying about the cat. The more Naruto learned about his eyes, the more he learned about his control over his chakra. He could feel the minuscule of chakra from the cat, and he was able to adapt his in a similar way. He didn't know how, but think about it like a cat giving off signs to another cat. Signs of friendship, love, or anything in that area. Naruto was not 100% sure how he was able to do it, but he was able to mimic the same signature that came from the cat. So right now the cat thought of Naruto as a friend, as it was able to warm up to him. The more he explored his chakra theory, the more he realized he could do things that Normal people just could not. As Naruto handed the woman her cat, she quickly took him as she started squeezing between her bosom, as she was actually on the verge of crying, begging her Tora not to abandon her again. Excuse me, said Naruto. The woman looked down at the boy that tried to steal her kitty. Despite Naruto did not actively try anything like that, but she was upset that Tora would choose someone over her. What is it, she said. I kinda understand why he's always running away from you. And what would that be, she asked. Well, you have a very large bosom. Harrison's sweat dropped when he heard that, as the chonins in the room snapped their head towards the woman. And you putting him there. He's kind of getting smushed. The woman looked down as she looked towards Tora, who was fighting to get away. She pulled him out quickly, as she started to apologize. The more she did, the more she saw the cat lean into her, as she promised that she would never do it again. She looked towards Naruto and thanked him, allowing Harrison and the others to release a breath. When they heard Naruto said that, they thought he was going to say something offensive. After all, pissing off the daimyo's wife was not something that they wanted to do. However, once she stepped out, Mito grabbed Naruto by the shirt. Why did you have to go and tell her? You should have just let her suffocate that little devil. Everyone's sweat dropped hearing that. As Naruto patted Mito on the shoulder. Maybe next time, he told her. As the group stepped forward. Another D-rank mission completed, Team 7. Harrison said as he gave them a warm smile. Team 7 usually do 2 D-rank missions a day. Now, what would you like to... Harrison paused as he saw the look in Mito's eyes. She marched forward as she rested her hands on the decks. Sasuke glanced towards Naruto, who said nothing and simply stayed back. Old man, she said to him. Yes, Mito, he said. I don't know if you've noticed, but each time you send us on a D-rank mission, I'm slowly losing my mind, over and over, and I think this is the last straw. Whatever do you mean? Asked Harrison. Well, I think if you give us one more D rank, I'm gonna lose it. And I'm not sure what is gonna happen, but I'm gonna definitely lose it. So I implore you, for the safety of yourself, my sensei over there, don't give us a D rank. What did I do, said Kakashi? Well, you're our sensei. You're gonna be accepting it. Mito Uzumaki. Aruka spoke up. As I've told you before, D-rank missions are... She turned towards him. Aruka-sensei, she said. Aruka looked at her strangely. Mito was unusually calm, smiling. Knowing her, he knew that was not a good sign. No, it was a terrible one. Be quiet, okay? She said, smiling at him. So, she said, turning towards the Hokage. Honorable, third Hokage, would you please give us a C-rank mission? This is worse than I thought, said Naruto looking towards Sasuke. You're telling me she's actually being nice and formal. As Kakashi glanced towards both of them. In this situation, how bad will be the outcome of her losing it? Well, cataclysmic, probably, said Naruto. Well, said Kakashi speaking up, I was going to talk to you about a change actually. With the improvement of my team, that I've spoke to you about before, maybe it's not a bad idea to actually give them a C-rank mission, to see how they will do out in the outside world. As Mito turned towards Kakashi, her smile was radiant. Thank you, Sensei. As she then turned back towards Harrison, Harrison could not shake that smile that she was wearing, as it got him to think about Kushina and her episodes. And Mito was turned out to be just like her mother right now. And also, he was going to suggest to Kakashi the same thing. Team 7 had surpassed every other team. Every other that was in their graduation class. None of them came close to the growth of Team 7. And the promise that they already showed. From the reports that he got from Kakashi, Team 7 was moving so fast. That is why he had no doubt by the time Chunin exam came around, they will be ready. As Harrison smiled, but Hokage-sama, Aruka spoke up. Do you think it's wise? Mito started to mumble something as he realized she was talking to herself. It's quite alright, Aruka-san. Team 7 have shown great promise. I know that you're worried about them, but if their Jonin sensei believe that you're ready, I see no reason not to believe that you're ready as well. As he fetched out a file. This will be perfect, he thought to himself. Send him in, he said to the man at the door. It was long before a man entered the room. The moment he did, Naruto smelled alcohol. He smelled it a lot before, when he was around Uncle, so it immediately went up his nose, the scent. Sasuke narrowed his eyes towards the man, wondering, why was he here? Your job will be to protect Tazuna-san here. To land off. Wait, said Tazuna. Is this really the team that you're gonna send me with? I thought I hired ninjas, not a bunch of kids. I mean, look at that one over there. She's talking to herself. She seemed to be crazy. It all happened within a second. Tazuna blinked in shock, as the girl's hand was inches away from him, ready to maul him it seems. However, Naruto stood behind Mito as he held onto the back of her shirt, Sasuke pulling her left arm, stopping her from reaching the client. Sorry about this, said Naruto. She is pretty upset right now, so you calling her crazy is not a good idea for your safety. As Tazuna's sweat dropped as he gulped, seeing the crazy look in her eyes. Well, maybe he should not say that. You need to calm down, Mito, said Naruto. Who the hell do you think you're calling crazy, she said. You old drunk. As she looked towards the jug of steak in his hand. Don't worry, said Naruto. Everything will be fine on your mission. Naruto turned towards Kakashi. So are we going, he said. Kakashi nodded and told them where to meet up, as Naruto and Sasuke dragged Mito out of the room. Iruka thought that this behavior was concerning until the Hokage started to laugh after Tazuna went off. Iruka was confused by the Hokage laughter. Seeing Iruka look at him, there's nothing for you to worry about, Iruka-kun, he said. He wasn't losing his mind either. It just reminded him of something, and besides, Mito did not pose a real threat. Kakashi could have subdued or stopped her at any time, but he already saw Naruto move. Naruto level-headedness and Sasuke already ready to jump in would cause your team to be at a perfect balance. The reason why he laughed though was because he saw this once before. It was like the past was repeating itself. Kushina, wanting to maul a client, however, Minato had jumped in and stopped her from doing so, apologizing to the client. Moments later, Mito was frowning as she had an ice cream cone in her hand. Both Naruto and Sasuke had one as well. To calm her down, they got her ice cream cone. However, Mito decided to try something new. She wanted to try a new flavor that she hadn't tried before, as they told her not to because she might not like it. But she was stubborn, so she did. And she did not like it in the slightest, but she told them that it would be fine, so she had to force to eat the ice cream, not showing them how much she disliked it, as she wanted the one that Naruto and Sasuke bought for themselves. He had ordered 3, but she tried a different flavor and now she was regretting it. As Naruto reached over and took the cone away from her. Hey, she said, before he handed her his cone. What are you doing? I don't mind it, said Naruto. But you definitely hate it more than you thought, didn't you? As Mito looked away, as she looked towards the ground. Well, it's not that bad. Do you want it back, said Naruto. No. But you won't have yours, she said. As Naruto waved her off, as I said, I don't mind it. As she looked towards Sasuke. Why looking at me? You're not getting mine. I didn't ask you for yours, she said. But thanks, she said to Naruto, as she started to eat his ice cream cone, the one that she should have taken, but she bought a different one. However, Naruto did not seem to mind, so she was happy. Time skip. They all arrived at the gate, as they saw the client there. Hey, mister. As he turned towards a young girl with the blonde hair. Sorry about attacking you. I wasn't in the right state of my mind, she said. But I'm okay now. Okay, said Tazuna. However, call me crazy again, and I'll destroy you, she said. Tazuna's sweat dropped. But I thought you said you were not in the right state of your mind. Oh, yes, I wasn't, but you see, I don't like when people call me crazy. And I don't even know you, so yeah, do that again and I'll, as I said, destroy you, she said. But other than that, we're gonna have fun in this mission. We're gonna keep you safe, so there's nothing to worry about. No one's gonna get through our guard. You have the 3 greatest genin in Konoha protecting you. Soon to be 3 greatest shinobis ever. If you say so, he said. Bunch of kids claiming to be the greatest. Well, nothing nowadays surprised me, he said, as Naruto was looking towards the man. Hey kid, can you even see me? My name is Naruto, and yes, I can see you. Are you sure about that, said Tazuna, as he could not see a damn thing. He's never seen glasses so dark before, from the outside. He could not see the kid's eyes in the slightest. This team was surely a strange one as he glanced towards the other, black-haired individual. He seemed more calm and subdued than this girl though. As she seemed downright crazy, but he would not say it out loud again, otherwise he would risk her wrath. As Kakashi showed up, so with that they move out towards the land of Wave. Mito had never really been out of the village before. However, Naruto and Sasuke had been out of the village when they were younger, but that was some time ago. As Mito looked around, "Hey, I was wondering," she said, after they'd been walking for a few hours. "Doesn't the other nations have ninjas like we do? I mean, why come all the way to Konoha?" "Well, Mito," said Kakashi as he started to explain to her that not every village have shinobi. Mito was surprised as she thought that every village had shinobis out there. Weaker or some kind of force, but she guessed she was wrong. As they kept on moving, as Naruto was at the front, Sasuke and Mito were on either side as Kakashi was covering the rear. As Naruto walked as his feet made contact with the earth, he felt a small pulse as he glanced forward, seeing there was a puddle of water over to the side. Now that was strange. They've been walking for a few hours now, seeing that their clients could not take to the trees. The sun was immensely hot, and yet there was a puddle standing right there. As for Sasuke, his Sharingan came to life as he lowered his head, as he noticed a chakra trail. As his Sharingan deactivated, he glanced towards Naruto, who gave him a single hand gesture by raising his hand. "Hey Mito," Sasuke said. "Yeah, what is it?" "You remember a time you slipped in the water and fell on your face when the rain was falling?" Sasuke asked. Mito clenched her fists at him bringing up this embarrassing moment right now and right here. As Tazuna glanced towards the kid, making fun of her, Kakashi said absolutely nothing. "When this mission is over, I'm gonna kick your ass," Mito said. "I would like to see you try," said Sasuke. As they kept on walking, as Kakashi remained completely quiet. Once they stepped past the puddle though, that is when it erupted. Naruto was sure that if they spotted it, Kakashi would have no trouble spotting it. All three of them had a code between one another. If something was not right, it was that story that Mito fell on her face when she was run out into the rain. As that story would lead back to Mito threatening to kick one of their asses, that she understood what was going on. As Mito had noticed the puddle after a while, she expected her sensei to be ready, but to her horror he was ripped apart. No, there was no way that was possible. Mito quickly jumped in front of the client, who was shivering in fear already, as he saw the two brothers' wicked, demonic claw on their hand, ready to carve him to pieces. As Tazuna gulped, Miyaizu and Gozu, demon brothers from Kirin, just took one down as they moved forward. Sasuke flashed through hand sign. Miyaizu brought his claw up. You don't have enough time for that as he brought it down. But before he could though, Naruto's feet planted in his face. The demon brother was knocked back as he skidded on his feet, stabbing the claw in the ground to stop himself. The chain that was attached to their arm through the other one as well. Sasuke finished as he released the fireball jutsu towards the two of them. "Miyaizu!" Gozu shouted as they quickly got up. As they leaped up into the air, that is when they saw something. What the hell? Uzumaki barrage! There was sounds of battering before the two demon brothers slammed hard into the ground. Shock as several Mito landed from the sky. Mito had created clones that jumped into the tree, using them as leverage to jump upwards. This was all a part of their plan. Both demon brothers got the crap beaten out of them. However, they were not down yet. Gozu tried to get up, however, before he could though, he found himself turning as he drove his fist in Miyaizu's face, knocking his brother out. Gozu looked down as he saw something was holding onto his hand, something thin like wires. Boom! His own fist slammed into his head hard, throwing him back as he crashed. Naruto detached the chakra threads from the both of them as he watched their bodies go limp as they were unconscious. "Did we do well, Kakashi?" Naruto asked out loud. Tazuna was confused. Their sensei just got killed. What was he Extremely. Tazuna's sweat dropped as he saw the man emerge from the forest. You're alive, he said. I knew it, said Mito. I would be really ashamed if that had actually killed you. In fact, I wouldn't have even come to your funeral. Because I would be disappointed in you, not just as a sensei but as a human being. Well, I'm glad that you had so much faith in me not to be worried. Who are these guys? Sasuke said. They don't seem like the run-of-the-mill thief or bandits. And that is where you're correct, Sasuke. First of all, good work you three. Your response time. That little code of yours. Everything went flawless. However, it seems we have a problem here. Tazuna, what are you not telling us? What are you talking about? Said Tazuna. Naruto reached down as he picked up the claw gauntlet off Miya's arm. Hey, old man, he said. Tazuna looked towards him. Tazuna felt something creeping up his spine. Was it fear? He was not even seeing the kid's eye. This thing, it stained off poison. These two guys here were planning to kill all of us. And I'm sure that you can see they have a headband on, just like us. So there's no doubt in the question. They're missing ninjas, not just any bandits or thugs that we should be protecting you from. So would you mind explaining what my sensei asked you about? As Tazuna realized that he was caught. I lied. You what? Sasuke said. Wait, what's going on? Said Mito. You lied about what? The mission? Yes, he said, nodding his head. Why? We didn't have enough money. Money? Mito said. Explain from the beginning. Tazuna went on to tell them everything about Gato and how he was bleeding the land of Wave dry. At the end of it, Mito felt sorry for him. The bastard then used guilt against them, telling them that his daughter would be greatly saddened and forever. Hate Konoha Ninja and his grandson would also grow up to hate them as well. As Kakashi looked towards him and his team, as he could see them thinking about it, but Naruto did not seem to be pleased in the slightest. In fact, he seemed angry. This was the first time that Kakashi could actually feel that Naruto was angry. We should head back to the village, said Naruto. The others were surprised by that as Tazuna was beyond shock. But you thought that we were gonna accept just because. You tried to guilt us in accepting, said Naruto. Well, you're wrong. You're not the only one that has suffered. You're not the only one that is going through a lot. You lied. There was a chance that everyone here could have died if the situation was not in our favor. What if Gato would hire someone far stronger than even our sensei? What would we have done then? We would have been ill-prepared. And all because you lied, said Naruto. Venom started to leak into his tone. Kakashi was taken aback by this switch in personality so quickly. Mito was shocked. However, Sasuke seemed like he understand. Naruto might not show it a lot, but well, he had a temper. It was rarely shown, just like his mother. Mikoto could be the most sweet and loving woman that you ever met, but get on her bad side and she would get so angry that you were shocked that this was even her. However, the thing was, what Naruto mostly despised in this world was liars. While Naruto always said that Itachi was dead and that thing that took over his body was not him, deep down he knew that he was Itachi. So for majority of their life, Itachi Uchiha has been lying to all of them, faking and acting like he was a caring loving brother. That broke the part of Naruto to ever trust people that ever lied to him. And to have this man lie to him and now try to get sympathy from him. Naruto's fist on his staff started tightening so much, the veins on the back of his hands started to become more pronounced. As a matter of fact, he looked like he wanted to snap Tazuna's neck. That was until Mito stepped right in front of him, as she was incredibly close to his face. Hey, I can't believe I'm the one that's saying this, but calm down. As Naruto looked towards her. Yeah, I know he lied and all, but I mean, he had to. When you think about it, there was no way that he could get help without lying. And his people and himself would have all died. I know you're upset about him lying, but we need to do this. Why? Said Naruto. To help these people. We can't just allow them to keep on being treated like garbage by this Gato fellow. He's a tyrant that needs to be put down, said Mito. And it's gonna be up to us to do this, because if we do not, there is no chance that he's gonna survive after this. So calm down, she said to him. She's right, Sasuke said. As much as I'm upset as well, we did came out of this, okay? And we are probably the best genuine team that would have been able to handle this. That is why Kakashi doesn't look so upset. Because he knows despite the odds, we've been preparing and training for something like this. Tazuna realized, the way they were talking, especially the other one that was his brother, it seems like he had something against liars. Hey, I'm sorry I lied, but if you guys want to go, I wouldn't fault you, he said. He was once again trying to get on their good side, but a part of him saw that these two greatly reflected off this one that is known as Naruto. So if he's gonna make them agree, the other one have to agree as well. And right now, given how the kid was so angry, he doubted that was a possibility, unless he do something. Sensei, will you be able to handle this? Said Naruto. Kakashi blinked in confusion. As Naruto explained, if something does occur in this mission that we can't handle, it's gonna be up to you. As the three of them looked towards him, Kakashi looked back towards Tazuna before he looked towards his team. Time skip. All of them were on a boat as they were making their way towards the land of Wave, after finally agreeing to go. Naruto had calmed down a lot, as his personality seemed to return back to the kind, stern yet jovial personality. Mito had never seen that side of him before, as she was surprised. She always knew that Naruto sometimes held back on certain things. He was just way too kind for someone that has been through so much. Not even Sasuke was that kind so much. Well, Sasuke was kind to her when they were not arguing, but still. It was like Naruto had two different minds. One that could easily get angry and one that could remain calm, even in the most dire situations. Well, it doesn't matter because she was here to help him, doesn't matter what they were gonna face. So with that, they continued to move. As they stepped off the boat, Naruto felt a sensation that caused him to squint under his glasses. As Kakashi noticed Naruto sway on his feet, "What's wrong?" he asked. "This mist," said Naruto. As Tazuna spoke up, "The mist is here, but usually it's not this thick." "It's not normal," said Naruto. As Naruto felt his senses like they were going to be overrun. The mist was saturated with chakra. Granted, it was a small amount, but the mist was so large. Naruto reached up as he took off the glasses. Tazuna was shocked when he saw his eyes, never expecting that in the slightest. They were beyond unique. "What are you doing?" said Mito. As Naruto took several deep breaths, allowing his eyes to adjust to this new environment. He's never felt or seen so much chakra in the ear. However, the more his eyes started to adjust, the more Naruto could feel through it, like he was swimming through the air. As Naruto felt his senses spread, Naruto was able to attach his senses to the chakra in the ear, slowly merging them together as one. As Mito placed a hand on his shoulder, "Wait," said Sasuke. As Sasuke could see the chakra patterns slowly in the ear converging towards Naruto as his Sharingan was also activated. Tazuna then nudged Kakashi. "Their eyes, the patterns are the same, but the colors are different. What's up with that?" "Well, the both of them are Uchihas. They have a rather special eye. However, Naruto over there is more unique." "I knew there was something special about this kid," said Tazuna as he watched Naruto, as Naruto's eyes slowly seemed to refocus. "What was that? Are you okay?" said Mito. "I'm fine," said Naruto as he placed on his glasses, as he lowered his head, in case he could read his lip from where they were. If they have some kind of enhanced sight, you have to be able to move in this mess. "Don't freak out. Tazuna, this go to you, calm down. There is two powerful people that are converging closer and closer as we walk," said Naruto. As it came out as a whisper, Mito remained quiet. Kakashi did not question Naruto. "Did you get a reading on their strength?" he asked. "The taller one. I was able to map out his body. He's even taller than you, Sensei. He seemed to have the capacity of a Jonin. The younger one, despite being just a small inch taller than Mito, has the chakra capacity of a Jonin as well. However, there's something unusual with the individual chakra. Unusual? How? It's cold. How do you differentiate them? Said Kakashi. I don't know, said Naruto, but I can feel it. It's extremely cold. Whoever this person is, they're not normal. Where are they now? As Naruto gave him the exact coordinates. They will be coming to us, said Kakashi. All of you. Prepare yourself. Tazuna. As they walk, the formation holding tight. As Mito was starting to get a bit nervous. Sasuke was already ready to flip his Sharingan on. As Naruto walked, his glasses on his face. However, he could feel through the mist. Duck, he said, as everyone went down low. A sword whipped over their head and slammed into a branch. Suddenly, someone appeared on top of it. Kakashi was not surprised. Zabuza, the demon of Kiri, he said. Ah, to be known by the famous copy ninja Kakashi Hatake. I must say, I'm honored. There was a hit list on your head in the war. The man that was able to copy over 1,000 jutsu. This was not something that I was looking forward to today, but I must say, it looks like it's gonna be fun. No wonder why the Demon Brothers did not return with the bridge builder's head. How about I give you a deal? Because of your exemplary record, I let you guys go with your little kitties between your tail while you give me the bridge builder. Kakashi raised his headband. Unfortunately, that is something I cannot do. As Kakashi looked toward his team, tell them to stay back. As Zabuza simply laughed. Well then, copy ninja, let us have some fun, shall we? He jumped back into the mist. There are several ways to kill an individual, you know that, correct? Several parts of the human body to strike. Bloodlust. An insane amount of bloodlust started to reek out from Zabuza. Sasuke started to sweat, as he's never experienced bloodlust like this before. As his whole body was trembling, Mito was not doing so good either, as she could feel her knees like they were about to give out on her. As for Naruto, he could see it. He could see the wave of darkness and malice coming toward his group. It was wrapped around Sasuke so tight, it was strangling him. It was slowly coiling itself around Tazuna's throat as well. As for Mito, it was grabbing her tightly. Kakashi was protected by a layer of chakra that seemed to keep him in a calm, cool radius. As Naruto proceeded to do the same thing, he stepped forward as he held both of their shoulders. The other two felt the sensation as their chakra was slowly being pushed in, collecting and knocked in with Naruto to ricochet the bloodlust away from them. Unlike them, Naruto could actually see it as he watched it slowly uncoil around from Sasuke and the others, freeing them from the malice. Zabuza appeared right in their guard. I must say I'm surprised. Seems like you're no ordinary kid. Zabuza saw Naruto chakra flare in certain patterns. However, you have to die. As he brought the giant blade down, but before he could strike though, he was viciously stabbed in the back by a kunai. Kakashi arriving just in time. However, Zabuza turned to water and appeared behind Kakashi and cleaved him in half. But Kakashi turned into water, surprising Zabuza. As he held him by the neck, a kunai ready to split his throat open. As Naruto whispered something fast to both Sasuke and Mito, the both of them blurred through hand signs without waiting. Fire style, fireball jutsu. Wind style, great wind breakthrough. The two jutsus combined into a massive inferno, shooting towards the opposite direction. The real Zabuza leaped out of hiding, shocked as he landed on the top of the water. Shocked that the kids were able to actually sense him. His eyes focused on Naruto. You, he said. Kakashi split the throat of the clone as water came out. It seems you don't have an ordinary kid there. He's something special, isn't he? As he then noticed Sasuke's eyes showing the Sharingan. Ah, I see. It's the two last Uchihas. But why are your eyes hidden? And those shades? I doubt that you can see much. They're too dark to be just tinted for your fashion. What are you hiding, Uchiha? Well, if you would leave now, you won't have to find out. So why don't you go on ahead? Besides, you said it yourself. We're the two last remaining Uchihas. Is it quite wise of you to be fighting 3 Uchihas? As Zabuza started to laugh. I must say I agree with you on that one. It's not wise, not to mention. You two are not exactly normal. And you will just end up getting in my way from killing off your sensei. And even her looking like she's ready to pounce. So it's best if you all stay out of my way. He quickly waved his hand. Upon doing that, Naruto tilted his head backwards. Something whipped past his face as it almost went into his neck. 2 more came as Naruto knocked Sasuke out of the way while kicking Mito to the side. Not having his arms to grab them at the right moment, however. Something stabbed into the ground twice. Naruto swung his Shakijo as he used the hook part to push Tazuna away. He then turned and brought it up as it clashed against something hard. Needles. Powerful needles that were unable to be destroyed with even a strike of that caliber. As Naruto looked at the face of the masked hunter Nin. You're good, but you're not good enough. The hunter Nin disengaged before releasing several senbons. Time itself seemed to slow down as Naruto watched them coming towards him. He raised his staff, but before he could though, they were blown away by a gust from Mito. Mito then proceeded to held her arms to the ground, rushing through handstand before she slammed them down. However, nothing happened. The hunter Nin looked at her confused. It seems your jutsu failed. The hunter Nin moved forward until a chain burst from the ground. Surprising the ninja, it slammed right into the ninja midsection. The force threw the ninja back. That is where Sasuke could be seen on a tree branch as he jumped off. Sasuke swung but ninja ducked under the blow and rolled away before blurring through hand sign. Senbons forming mid-air out of droplets of water. As Sasuke jumped back but one of them stabbed him in his arm, he ripped it out. As the 3 of them stood there watching the hunter ninja, now Naruto understood why his chakra was so cold. He had an ice Keki Genkai. Naruto reached up and removed his glasses. You two, he said, stay back and watch over the client. But said Mito, no but said Naruto. Their aim is to kill the client. If they do that, we fail our mission, and they succeed. Let me take him on first, said Naruto. Sasuke narrowed his eyes towards his brother, but he trusts him 100%. Be careful, this guy's fast. Yeah, I know, said Naruto. As he tossed his glasses to Sasuke, who caught it. Naruto twirled his Shakijo before he slammed it down to the ground. Quite peculiar eyes. It seems you're no normal ninja, are you? The hunter Nin spoke. And you're not either. For someone so young, you're fast, agile, with a deadly aim to combine. Yes, that's correct. But somehow you were able to see my senbons, which should not be possible. Well, said Naruto, I guess I'm just known for doing the impossible then. Enough talk. I must finish what my master has begun. As the hunter Nin proceeded to draw more senbons, they were a lot stronger than the ones before. Both of them watched each other carefully, their eyes not leaving each other. Before they sprung off, staff met senbons as neither cracked. The 2 opposing forces tried to push each other back, but neither was willing to give out or back away from their objective. As the both of them disengaged, before Naruto's feet could even touch the ground, 10 senbons were chucked towards him at immense speed. Naruto proceeded to twirl his Shakijo with tremendous force, deflecting all of them. By this point, the hunters started to get worried, as none of the senbons were even getting through. Over to the other side, Zabuza and Kakashi was clashing against each other. Back to Naruto. As Naruto rushed forward and swung, the ninja dropped low before extending his hand outwards. But Naruto turned on his heel, using chakra so that he could slide as he twisted around and brought the Shakijo upwards and brought it down. The ninja rolled as Naruto's Shakijo shattered the ground. Naruto then proceeded to throw it at the same moment. It slammed into the opponent, causing him to stumble backwards as Naruto moved forwards, flashing through hand sign as he did. Gathering a large amount of chakra in his lungs, Naruto exhaled a massive fireball. The whole place was scorched, but there was nothing standing there. That is when a mirror appeared behind Naruto as he ducked. Naruto then reached up and grabbed the arm and yanked the ninja outside before kicking him right in the back, throwing him forward as Naruto's hand reached and picked up his staff. Naruto applied chakra to it as he brought it down, but immediately a mirror formed in front of him. The contact of the Sharingan on the mirror caused the mirror to crack, shocking the assailant, who is Haku, under the mask. However, Haku did not stop as he created another mirror and rolled into it. Before Naruto knew it, mirrors surrounded him from all angles. "Damn it," said Mito, he's captured, as she was about to move until Sasuke grabbed her hand. "What are you doing? Let go of me. We have to do something." "No. Stay where you are. You're one of the few people in this world that know how strong he is. Don't you have faith in him?" "I do, but remember, if the client dies, this entire thing was a waste of time. And we'll be going back with a failure. Not to mention, if he does die, his entire nation will be plundered by Gato. Is that what you want?" "Of course not," said Mito, as she glanced over towards where the dome was, where Naruto was trapped inside. She clenched her fists together. "Come on, Naruto," she said, "you can do this." Meanwhile, on the inside, Naruto looked around, as every area was blocked. "I'm impressed that I resort to use this technique on you. You should be honored. However, this will not last for much longer. It's time we end this." Naruto glanced around as he checked every area. There is no point. There is no escape. Naruto watched as reflections appear. Naruto could see that they were all reflections except for one. As Naruto snapped his gaze towards the real one, exhaling a giant blue flame, Haku was shocked. He watched as the flame reach towards the mirror. Something was wrong. He quickly switched into another one when he saw the condensed heat actually start to melt the mirror. That was something that Haku did not expect. However, he had to move quick as he launched Senbon's Naruto as he flashed to another mirror. Because of the reflection moving, Haku's speed had been quadrupled. Naruto was hit right in the arm, as he jumped away, dodging several before he moved. The area was littered as Naruto leaped and dived, dodging almost every one of them except for the two that was stuck in his arm that he could not stop and remove at the moment. Haku's attack was relentless. As Naruto started to jump around, as he was moving, he could feel the pattern, he could see it. He could see it all. Naruto ended up closing his eyes, shocking Haku. To Haku's shock and surprise, Naruto was still dodging somehow, as Naruto's mind was getting a clear view, before he snapped his eyes open. A cerulean blue Sharingan locked onto the statue of Haku, as Naruto's eyes seemed to glisten a bit, before he bent, as Senbons flew over his head. Naruto then rushed forward as he leaped over Senbons. As he moved, his fingertips started to gather purple energy that swirled. As it swirled from his shoulder going around his body, as Naruto spun leaping, Naruto gathered everything towards his coils before he consumed it deep inside of his chest and compacted it before he curved it and shaped it into a mass ball of destruction. As Naruto stopped and held his arm out, blue and red mixed together, creating a purple energy ball of destruction. As it started to release odd purple electric shock that started to zap the mirrors. Haku was shocked seeing control of chakra at such a state, not to mention the chakra being purple and visible. However, Naruto felt it. It was unstable. He had not yet perfected this in any way possible. It was going so well until he felt it. It was gonna implode. Naruto quickly attached several chakra threads to it, trying to keep it contained for just a split second as he turned on his heel. Seeing a broken piece of branch outside, Naruto swapped places with it. Haku's eyes went wide. Boom! The explosion went off prematurely. All fighting came to a stop as a violent force washed right through the entire place. Tazuna had to be tackled down to the ground as trees were blown apart. Mito stepped forward and placed several chains in front of them as they made contact with it. She held them back as debris, tree parts, stones, everything was being shot in all different directions. As she was holding her chains up, she was panicking. Sasuke was sweating, as Naruto was right there. When the explosion went off, this wasn't anything normal. Both Zabuza and Kakashi quickly disengaged, leaping away from one another. Zabuza quickly moved forward as he arrived towards the scene once the explosion died down. Arriving, he saw a gaping hole in the ground. That is when a mirror suddenly arrived next to him. Said mirror opened up. Haku stepped out of it only for him to collapse. But Zabuza caught him, seeing that his right arm was leaking blood. Half of his mask was destroyed. Several slashes and burn marks was on his side. He quickly hooked the arm around Haku as he proceeded to vanish out of there, leaving the area. Kakashi arrived on the scene as he quickly checked over the others. "Where's Naruto?" he asked. Coughing could be heard as they saw Naruto pulling himself out of the water. "Right here." They all turned towards him, seeing him completely fine. Sasuke breathed a sigh of relief, as he was grateful that his brother was okay. Kakashi was shocked as he looked over towards the destruction. That wasn't any normal explosives. As he looked towards Naruto, he needed answers, but not right now. His battle with Zabuza ended prematurely. Kakashi could feel the effects of fatigue coming in, but he was not that tired. He was able to at least remain standing on his feet. However, he's gonna need Naruto to answer some questions. Like, what the hell was that? But guys, to be in subscribe right here. If you want to see the next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the other what ifs of the other channels. Yes, I indeed have 4 of them guys, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, without further ado, wasting more time, what do you say we jump right into this brand new episode? What am I saying? Let's get the hell out of here. See you guys soon. Peace.